No intro, no nothing. All right. All right. Hey everyone. All right. But hey everyone, Stiff-Eyed Gamer here. Sorry if I sounded a bit weird there for a sec, but this stream is actually really, really hard for me to make right now. So basically, I'm not in a really good mood right now, and I really need some support. I'm sorry, but this stream is hard for me to make right now. I'm sorry, but this morning, I'm sorry if I keep messing up, but I'm just a bit upset right now. But this morning, I tragically lost my Ota. So this morning, I tragically lost my Ota. I don't know what happened, but apparently he just now so yes, this about what I said. My Ota, he's no longer with us anymore. And on time. So this year, my Ota has tragically passed away. All I can remember is that he was very sick, and the next day, and this week, and today, he passed away. But he was a really nice guy, to be honest. Now, this is very hard for me to make. All I can think about was how nice he was. I mean, but to be honest, my Ota, he was just a nice guy that I can never I mean, all I can think about was basically all the memories I had of him when I was little. And he was he was like a father figure to me. All I can think about now is was the Christmas of last year. Was Christmas back last year. And looking back at that now, that was the last Christmas I ever saw in my life. For people who don't know, my Ota was so all I can remember is that my Ota was very sick at that time. Was very sick, and the last thing I can remember now is just how I spent the last Christmas with him. I basically wanted to say hi to him. I said hi to him. I basically smiled for him, and in this week, he's now gone. All I can think about now was that last Christmas I spent with him. But one thing I know about my Ota is he was sorry. My Ota was like a father figure to me. I mean, all I can think about was how nice he was, how much he meant to me. He was honestly, he was a nice guy to me. I'm sorry, I'm trying my best not to cry, but I'm sorry. I'm trying my best not to cry right now. I'm sorry if well, twin, I'm not doing okay. But just look in DMs real quick. But if you guys want to know what happened, my Ota tragically passed away this week. And it's having a huge effect on my life. Because all I think about was how much Ota meant to me. My Ota, my Ota is basically my grandpa, but I call him that because he. But one thing I remember about my Ota was that he was just a nice guy. All I can think about was how much he meant for me, how much he loved me. But he was arguably one of my nice guys. He was just arguably he was like a father figure to me. And all I can think about now was the last Christmas I spent with him. But the stream is actually hard for me to make because all I can think about now was he was arguably like a father figure to me. Maota, he was like a father figure. Who the hell is this person? But anyway, yeah, my Ota, he was just a nice guy that I can ever think of. And this has a huge effect on my life now that he's gone. But he was arguably but back to the story. So I'll explain this. So for people who couldn't hear what I was saying about my Ota, I'll explain. So this week, yeah, thank you, Lee. Thank you, Twin. So this week, my Ota was got very sick. So basically, last year, we went to Christmas this week, and basically my Ota said, and Oma said that my Ota wasn't doing really good. But the next thing is, she said that basically Ota wasn't feeling well, and the last thing I remember is that he was seeing him for the last time on Christmas. But this week, he has tragically passed. My Ota has passed away this week. And this stream is going to be very hard for me to make, because all I could think about Ota was that he was like a father figure to me. I mean, he was like a father figure to me, to be honest. Hold on. But yeah, this stream is hard for me to make, but it just the only thing I can think about with my Ota was that he was but my Ota, he was just a nice person that I can ever think of. But his death is having a bit of effect on my life, because I mean, he was like a father figure to me, like I mentioned several times. But for people who don't know, my Ota, he was arguably just a sweet person I can never talk to. But the last thing I ever saw before I left was just saying goodbye to him. But that Christmas, the last Christmas I ever thought of was when I said goodbye to him. But little did I know was I was never going to see him again. But this day, I may never see him again. Because this week, he tragically passed. My Ota tragically passed. Now, he was arguably a nice guy. He was like a father figure to me. But the only thing I can think of Myota was he was just a nice guy. I'm sorry. For people who don't know, I Myota was arguably a nice guy. He was also, I mean, to be honest, he was like a father figure to me. I don't know what to say, but he was just a nice guy. I just I mean, he was just a nice person that I could ever think of. But and all I can think of now is that my Ota, who I've spent the last few years with, forever with, is gone, and he was just a nice person. I've never lost anyone I care about. And now it's my Ota. I've never lost any person. Oh, hey Fox, yeah. But no, my Ota tragically died. My Ota passed away this week. But Foxy, to answer your question, my Ota tragically died, and all I could think about was just how a nice person he was. Sorry, but all you think about was how much he meant to me. All you think about was how much he meant to me. I'm sorry you guys had to see me like this, but I'm sorry. But sorry about that. Yeah. But I'm very sorry you guys have to see me like this. But the last time I ever saw Myota was, I believe, last Christmas. But it was last Christmas. But next day, this week, he's now gone. All I can think about was, I mean, he was like a father figure to me. But now that, okay. But for people who want to join, I will basically, but it's only for close friends. But for people who want to join the stream, I'm going to send the link to a few people. But I'm only going to send it in the chat. But I mean, not the chat. I'm going to send it in people in DMs. But for you guys who want to join and support me, I'm going to give it to some people. But I'm going to have one person come in first. And it's my twin. I have one person coming in, and it's my twin. but I'm sorry you guys have to see me like this, but I I was trying my best not to cry, but it hurts me a lot. It really hurts. It really hurts me. But it's one thing I remember with my Ota was that he always meant a lot, and it just completely hurts me. But anyway, here's my twin.
Yeah. Hello. Also, twin, it's all right, okay?
I know, but he was just one of my father figures.
I'm, but I'm really actually sorry you had to go through all that.
It's okay, twin. It's fine, twin. You're not the only one. I mean, it's fine, twin. Yeah, but it's fine, twin. I mean, hold on.
Take a long breathe, okay?
Okay. Yeah, but yeah. But for people in the chat, I really need some support. Please support. Give me support for me.
Yeah, is if anyone in the chat or someone's watching, please support for my twin, okay?
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for that. Mm. 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 But anyway, but for people who don't, who the last thing I remember from my Ota was that last Christmas, and looking back, that was my last time I ever saw him live. It's just, but also, Foxea, I'm gonna send you something in DMs. But it's just the link for this. If you want to join, then come. If this is just if you want to join. But yeah. I I honestly, it really hurts. This really hurts. Hmm.
I know, I know this is hard for you. Okay.
Oh, I'm glad you understand, twin. Hmm. Yeah, it honestly hurts me because my Ota, he was like a father figure to me.
I know, twin.
It honestly hurts me. The fact that he's not there anymore.
But you're not alone.
Hmm. Yeah, I'm not alone.
But you still have me.
You're correct. 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 Yeah. But and Foxea, if you're in the chat, I send you something in DMs. It's basically the link to join. This I'm sorry for if I'm being silent. It's because I'm trying. It's just I'm just a little bit sad with Naota. He was I have no words to say for him, but all I can think about was he was like a father figure to me. Yeah. Yeah, fuck that. I know it's extremely hard for me because I mean, yeah. And also, by the way, Foxea, I sent you something in DMs. And I'm not sure if you know. I'm not sure you heard me.
Yeah. Please, everyone in the chat, please support to my twin
Mm-hmm.
because he's not doing well.
Mm-mm. Yeah. I'm yeah, I'm actually what? Never mind. Yeah. Yeah, for people, well please I need support because I mean, like I said a lot, Mayota, he was like a father figure to me. And the only thing I think of now was how much he meant to me. It deeply hurts me a lot. But for people, but the thing is, another thing I should mention is about Mayota is that he was, like I said several times, he was sort of like a father figure to me. I would always see him smile a lot, and he was. He was. Whenever I basically. He was basically like a father figure to me. That's all I can think about. Him. Was him. Alright. Hold on, let me type in something. Yeah. But all I can think of with Mayota was, how much of a nice person he was. But the last thing I ever saw with Mayota was. But the last thing I remember seeing with Mayota was his smile. The one thing that comes to my mind when I remember thinking about Mayota was that smile. I miss that smile of his. I miss his smile. All I can basically think about with Mayota was his smile. He always had a smile on his face, just like me. But it really hurts me the fact that Mayota, he was just like a father figure to me. And but the last thing I ever saw Mayota was how much he meant. He was just He was one thing I know of Mayota is he always had a smile. Every time I mean, he was just a smiley guy. I mean, he always had a smile on his face. But the last thing I ever saw Mayota was all I can think about now was how much he meant to me. But it really hurts. but for people who don't know, all I can think about Mayota was all I thought about was how much he meant. He was just one of my favorite. He was just a nice guy. I mean, he had a lot of things that I can think of him. But it's sad. It's honestly sad. But I just want to say that I miss you, Ota. I miss you, Ota. Wherever you are.
It's all right, man. It's all right. Okay. Let's just take your time, okay?
Okay. But anyway, guys, this has been this is hard. I mean, but for people, yes, Mayota, he was. I mean, he was like a father figure to me. I mean, I always. I mean, he was. Every time I think of Ota, I think of him when he smiled. Whenever he smiled. But yes, this is actually hard. This stream was very hard for me to make because of the things that happened. I mean, Mayota, he was just one of the greatest persons I ever met. That I ever knew, and yeah, he all I think about was how much he meant. He, hmm. Give me a sec. Come on. What's
Hmm.
All right, there we go. But anyway, I'm sorry you guys had to hear that. My viral mom came in and had to tell me something. but but for people who don't know, this stream is actually very hard for me to make because of one thing, and that of course is Iota. He actually meant a lot to me. For people who don't know, yes, this stream is actually hard for me to make because for people who don't know, Mayoto, he was arguably the nicest persons I ever knew, but he has always been there for me for a long time. I always thought about how nice he was.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just gonna have to able to say this because who's his name?
His name is Francois. His real name is Francois, but I call him my Ota. But he was my grandpa, my second grandpa.
Yeah. Please, everyone, yeah, we have to support my twin right now because he's not doing well.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all for me right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And another thing, I actually didn't want to make a stream, but this was very hard for me but I just wanted to. But this stream was actually hard because I didn't want to make a stream because of my OTA, but I had to do it. I have to stream because he meant so much to me. It's because my OTA meant so much to me, and he was just the nicest person that I could ever think of.
Yeah, I understand that, Twin.
Mm-hmm. Thanks.
Twin, I'm kind of feeling I'm pushing you to the end of the stream right now.
Yeah, I'm playing in the stream. Yeah, I'm kind of playing. Yeah, I was actually playing in the stream right now. Yeah,
I just said I think you need to end of the stream.
yeah, I was gonna do that anyways, but without that being said, thank you guys for watching, and I really need some support, but sorry, with all that said, I'll see you guys on the next stream. Goodbye.
See you guys. Take care.